This summit was meant to be the crown jewel of the president's first term in office. Now it's in shambles. I can't for the life of me figure out how someone could deliver such inflammatory material to the Chinese president at this unstable moment and threaten everything we're trying to do.
People have many grievances.
The human rights violations? Jesus, Jin. Okay, maybe we've ignored those issues for now. We'll go back and deal with them, but one step at a time, you know? I mean, photographs of Tiananmen Square, for God's sake? That was 4 years ago.
People's memories are long.
Yeah, well, what I can't figure out is how they were able to get to the Chinese president. I mean, diplomatic courier, eyes-only documents. Whoever did this knew about how governments work.
They were motivated. For them, it was a mission.
Well, they were motivated, that's for sure. But I'm saying whoever did this, whatever group, had real knowledge of the State Department and this special conference.
Someone on the inside?
Why not someone on the inside? Geez, the Chinese had that mole at CIA for like 30 years. Why not someone in state?
This is not Chinese government.
Okay, not the government, but a mole nevertheless.
Someone with a mission?
More than that. Someone who knew the levers of power. I mean, it takes a real tactician to bring an international conference and heads of state to a halt.
Someone with a mission.
You graduated what? Second in your class, Georgetown Foreign Service?
I graduated first.
Fastest track of any State Department official is Thomas Jefferson. At present, youngest undersecretary for Asian Affairs.
Someone with a mission.
Jesus, Jin. It was you. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Some wounds never heal.
Tiananmen Square? That was 4 years ago.
And memories go back longer than that.
What are you talking about?
When I remember China, I remember it as a little girl in a family of teaching and learning. My grandfather, he was esteemed as a Confucius scholar and philosopher. Many of the leaders at the conference, they studied with him and learned from him. My mother, she was a beauty, a woman of elegance and grace. She revered her father and became a teacher too. She loved poetry and words and taught literature and English. She knew a day would come when our two worlds would meet and share ideas.
Huh. Just like now.
Yes. She married my father, who was from the countryside. Not a word of learning. But he was known as a man on the rise in the party. A smart man with ambition and talent. 6. Cultural revolution swept the entire country, and Chairman Mao turned the people against the intellectuals, who were hurled into public demonstration of shame and degradation. They found my grandfather. They paraded him in front of 1,000 people, wearing a dunce cap on his head. They beat him. They spit on him. But they saved cruelest torment for my mother, the English teacher. Cut off her hair and wrote on her shaved head, "Anti-revolutionary, pagan, whore."
And your father?
Any response would be against the party. And it would not be a smart thing to do. And my father was a smart man. He put distance between us. Thereafter, torment became worse. My grandfather was locked into Xishan prison, notorious for political prisoners. And my disgraced mother was forced to clean a public toilet in the name of better serving the people. She had to sell her blood to bring food to the table. She became weak and sick. My grandfather died, or was tortured to death in the prison. My father, who was always smart when it came to the party, divorced my mother. 3 brutal years, taken everything away from her, except me. But I wasn't enough. I was 9 when Auntie Lin told me of her death. A suicide. She had hung herself with a white silk scarf. A gift from my father. He destroyed my family, Andrew, my grandfather, my mother. Only my uncle was able to escape. And because of him, I escaped too. My auntie, she never made it out. But her son, my cousin, was strong enough to stand down the tanks in Tiananmen Square before they captured him. Andrew, he's here now, my father. He's with a delegation as the head of the security ministry. He's protecting President Zhou.
Jin, you know you'll go to prison for this.
I'm from a family of prisoners.